What's going on, guys? Mr. Bricksquack back here for another video. Today we have yet another set from the Mandalorian TV show. And this is going to be Cobb Vanth Speeder. So the timing of this set is not, it's not clearly defined, I guess. So some would argue that this is from Book of Boba Fett because of Cad Bane versus Cobb Vanth. Some would argue that it's from Season 2 because that's where we see Cobb Vanth Speeder for the first time. Do I know? Do I really care? Not really. Well, I do care a little bit. I try to, if you guys don't notice, I try to really go into like the lore of every set when I review them. I generally don't really build sets where I don't know anything about them. But yeah, it looks like a really cool set overall. I got this because number one, it was really the only like kind of set that I was super interested in that came out in 2026 so far. And it looks cool. It's a little overpriced, like 35 bucks, I think, which is a little bit ridiculous, but has two of my favorite characters, Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane. So pretty cool. And I think it'll be a good compliment to my Trouble on Tatooine set, which is the last set I reviewed. So pretty neat, pretty neat. Really excited to kind of just get into this and tear it apart or give it plenty of praise. Who knows which one. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I'm going to unbox the set and dive right in. Alright, guys, just went ahead and unboxed Cobb Vanth Speeder. Very nice little neat box. Fits very well and everything. Completely inaccurate lore, but there we go. Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane shooting at each other. In reality, that is a lot less dramatic. Cad Bane just shoots the guy and poor Cobb. But yep, that's kind of the speeder and everything. It's pretty cool. Even has the Boba Fett helmet armor. It looks super sick. The minifigures in this are going to be incredible. I can already tell. Managed to fit 207 pieces in 3 bags. Don't know how that happened. And then you have a tiny little instruction manual. So anyway, guys, really excited to build this. It does look like a really neat build and everything. So I'm sure I'll enjoy this set. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and build it and tune with you guys after. Alrighty, guys, finished the build of the Cobb Vanth Speeder. Build took me maybe like 45 minutes or so. Pretty decent build overall. I'd say it's actually pretty fun. It's a little bit more involved than I expected it to be, but yeah, pretty cool build overall. Looks really great, and let's just get right into the minifigure lineup. So obviously, most people are going to get this set for the minifigs, which I completely understand. Again, I'm getting it because I like the Mandalorian, but the minifigures really are the star of the show here. So first we have Cobb Vanth, who is really the very, very unique minifigure in this set. He looks absolutely fantastic with his kind of worn out Boba Fett armor. He's got that arm printing. He has a jetpack, printed everything. Obviously his pants are not Boba Fett's pants, but they're good old Western ones. And then he has a little gun that looks like a very fitting Western gun as well. He has a super accurate printed face, a lovely hairpiece that looks exactly like what the actor has for hair, so that's fantastic. He also has a double-sided face right there, so you can see he has a more of a stern look on the back. But yeah, it looks very, very great. And he also comes with this Boba Fett helmet, which is also, again, worn out. It has a brand new antenna piece on it, so yeah, just very, very nice looking, all scuffed up and everything, so looks really cool. Then you have the second minifigure of the set, which is Cad Bane, obviously. It looks super neat with those, tubes that attaches to his back. Super cool. Nice continuous print in the front right here. Looks very accurate. He has dual-wield pistols. He has a cool little hat. So definitely the cheapest and best way to get Cad Bane. So definitely a huge, huge plus for those of you who want to get bounty hunters without paying an absolute fortune. Now, taking a look at the set itself, first thing to kind of point out is the absolute vibrancy of this color scheme. The yellow really, really pops out as well as the bright red. Obviously, contrasts super well with the normal, traditional, kind of darker colors of, the black and the gray and everything. So that's super neat. As you can see, there's the other side right here. Very similar. This side has the actual sidecar where you're supposed to put your character. It's pretty cool. There's a decent amount of room to like adjust certain things here and there. I don't think, it's not too adjustable, but you can see I've been kind of playing with this a little bit, and then this piece right here also moves a little bit, so that's super neat. Yeah, got your sidecar right there. It's pretty cool, aside from that little Technic thing showing, but It looks really neat. The colors are brown and everything. Again, the color scheme of this thing is absolutely fantastic. And the shaping is also super nice. As you can see, you know, you have that big engine in the front right there. So that looks super sick. And I love those yellow pieces, man. They just really stand out. Back looks cool too. You got that big engine, you know, kind of propelling the vehicle forward and everything. So yeah, this is a very nice speeder bike design. It's also decently stable, I would say. Underside is probably the most underwhelming part. It's pretty much just these two clear tiles that you can use. Aside from that, it's just negative studs, so nothing crazy there. And you can use that to kind of slide along, although it's not super smooth or anything. But yeah, it's super neat. Again, I think it looks absolutely great. You can adjust these handlebars as well, and that's really cool. So one thing you can do with this set, this is kind of the, I guess, major storage feature or whatever, is you can take this top off. It actually comes off pretty easily. It's just attached with a couple studs. And inside you can notice a couple items. So you have what looks like blue milk. So that's a very, very neat. I don't know if they've ever done blue milk in a set before, but that's really cool. And then you also have what looks like probably a carrot or something, or a vegetable. So that's cool. And then if you want, you can also, I think you can probably fit the helmet in there. You probably have to move a couple things around. I'm not sure if it's actually possible, but we can always try. But yeah, I think it should all fit in there, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the intention. You might want to actually just move like the carrot or something. But either way, I'll figure out a way to kind of get this on. But I'm gonna go ahead and close it back up with all the stuff inside it, and then put the minifigures where I think they're supposed to be, and then I'll tune you guys after for a full set review. So this is kind of how I have the set up. We have Cobb Vanth here, obviously fighting Cad Bane on his big speeder. And now you have Mandalorian speeder as well. So there was a set that came out earlier this year with the Mandalorian and Grogu on their speeder. However, I didn't like that set. I mean, it's like pretty cheap. It's like $10. But I just didn't want to get it because I'm like, I already have Mandalorian, you know, like, why do I need another one? So I decided to actually just steal this one from Trouble on Tatooine. And I think it looks better than the actual one from this year, to be honest with you. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it looks better. But even despite, I think this one's probably bigger than the one that came out this year. But even scaling it proportionally, Cobb Vanth speeder is just way bigger. I think this is probably accurate. I mean, I haven't seen exact clips from the show. But let me know what you guys think down below. It's actually certainly a very interesting debate. But I think they pair pretty well together, and overall, it all makes sense from the Crate Dragon scene and everything. Well, these parts do, not the Cad Bane. But anyway, you could, you know, interpret it however you want. But it looks very cool, I think. And I think it's a great little scenes act out. So definitely loving that. Anyway, guys, if I had to rate this set, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10 overall. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but the minifigures are awesome. The build is pretty good. Just nothing super special about it outside of maybe like the color scheme of the minifigures, but the rest of it's just okay. It's just a very normal build. So 7 out of 10, I think, is very appropriate for the set. It's a good set. Definitely recommend it if you guys like The Mandalorian. But yeah, that's kind of my review of that, and you guys should definitely go pick it up. It's not too bad. It's a bit of an expensive set, but again, I think it's definitely worth it just for the minifigures. Anyway, guys, hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you like it, please leave a like down below. If you have any feedback, whether it's negative or positive, please leave it down in the comments below. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. And stay tuned to Mr. Brickswag for more LEGO Star Wars content. Peace out, guys.